Okay. Are you from Germany?
Nah, from France.
What the fuck? Every Shaco main is from Germany. Every single one that I know. Like every
Ah.
Shaco and Kassadin are from Germany for some reason.
Well, I'll
I
be
don't.
the exception with Marex.
Yes. You are the only French Shaco. French is usually like Vel'Koz and Fiddlesticks. But you've played Fiddle, so.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, at least I tried.
Okay, so what makes you like Shaco so much?
Well, it was a streamer, I guess. I've started playing League of Legends like 1 year ago, maybe maybe a bit more. And I was looking at a streamer named Marex. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know him. And he was playing at this time only Checo, and I liked it so much. I started playing it. I was main top at first when we really started, and I wanted to try jungle for whatever reason. And I liked Checo so much. I keep playing it, and kind of regret today, but I'm still playing it, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I play Shaco too, actually, and I think Shaco is really fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. Not so good, but so fun.
Yeah, he's not that good, but I mean, your win rate is good, so it's working, I guess. I would never go sorcery second. I would always go inspiration. So yeah, I just don't like this because this doesn't give any damage early. This is more of scaling.
Yes.
So like once it's like 20-30 minutes, then yes, it starts to deal damage. But I feel like on Shaco, it is much more important to deal damage early,
Yes.
rather than late. So I don't like that. I like iteration. That's what I go to. I go futures market. So yeah, this is what I do too. Because I think it's just important to get Tiamat and to actually get items. I think that's bigger value than Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm.
Yeah, I can try the two, and I like Future Market a lot, but
yeah,
because I buy boots really early in the game, I was not sure about that rune, but Future Market is so OP on Checo. I still stick with it.
If you don't want this, you can do this. It's not bad.
Yeah, you're right.
But I go this too, just because I think buying longswords and Tiamat and stuff is better.
Yes.
I go cheap shot though, because it's just better than this early. This scales a bit better.
Yes, so. You're right. And I've already heard you say that, and I've watched your coaching with a mad scientist, and you say that to him. So I remember I'll change that.
Yeah. Except for that, everything else looks normal, so I think we can just watch the game.
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember the game?
Quite a bit. I rewatch my games all the time, so I've got some things in memory, especially Maestro. But yeah, okay, I've got a good memory.
Yeah. So what is like your usual game plan then when you go in game?
Well, I look for. I always start near red because Krugs, not Krugs, Vrace are so hard to take when you start blue. So I start red all the time. If I think I have got good matchup on bot lane, or if they're not pushing too hard, I like to do 3 camps and then go bot lane. But if they are really pushing, or if there's no gank, I full clear to top, and it's usually that. On that game specifically, I'm not a huge fan of ganking top lane.
Yeah, I agree with that. Malphite are pretty useless to gank for.
I was planning on playing around my bot lane. Leona is a good gank. Fine, I can easily gank Leona lane, and Swain set are not so good on mobility, so maybe I want to gank bot lane a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe play around a bit around mid lane, because I'm always afraid of Zed and his insane power in silver and gold.
Yeah, and if Zed gets fed, then he can invade you and kill you, so...
Yes, and Hosa lane too, so...
Yes. Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean, I
good.
agree with everything. I don't want to gank top this game, because both are basically tanks, and I have like no CC by Malphite, and he has like no damage.
Yes.
Malphite also has Aftershock, which is really useless, so he's probably really bad at the game. So I'm not gonna gank that. Bot lane, yeah, it will be my main focus. Leona has good CC. The only thing that sucks is we don't have Ignite for some reason.
Yes.
So that sucks a bit, but they don't have heal. They have double Ignite, so they're gonna play really aggressive. So I'm gonna play for bot this game, yeah. One thing that you can do if your lanes are just pushing and there is no way of killing from ganks, you can just invade Karthus. Shaco's actually pretty decent into Karthus because of the kill pressure you have with Halo Blades and Ignite. And all the nerfs that Karthus has received and all the changes to jungle actually has made Karthus a lot easier to counter jungle.
Okay.
So that would be a big priority that I have in this game, is how can I look to maybe counter jungle Karthus. So if you're gonna open up on Raptors, I assume that you're gonna do Raptors, Red, and Krugs, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Usually in this game my plan changed a bit, but usually I do that, yes.
So what did you end up doing?
I'll do race red and invade blue. Blue.
Yeah. So if Karthus starts red buff, I think that's fine, because we should assume him to do this.
They kinda invade my blue, and wanted Leona to trinket it so I can have vision. She doesn't, so I assume they start at my blue, so it's why I invade blue.
Yeah. I mean, if you want them to do that, it is much better to just actually ping her trinket and ping the bush. Because when you do this,
You're right.
you are saying enemy has vision here. You know, you're not really telling Leona to ward.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. One thing that you can do, so normally Shaco will do this.
Yes.
But it's pretty bad. So of course in this game you should do Raptors into red and invade him. I agree with that. But in some games you will do this, and then you will gank top, right?
Yes, you're right.
But in some games you want to do this path, but you don't actually want to gank top, and now it's really awkward because you have to walk all the way down.
Yeah.
So on what normal junglers would do, like for example Lilia, in this case she would do Raptors into Krugs into red and down. Now I haven't done this on Shaco yet, but I think you would just do it by putting 2 boxes here and then just boxes ready on Krugs, and then you just come over here and you just do it normally.
Okay. Okay.
Not sure how good that is. It sounds fine. I don't see how that's an issue.
I can try that on
because taking red buff with 1 box is easier than taking Krugs with 1 box anyways. So
yes.
You just place 2 boxes here, you place a box here, and then you just do this, Q over here, do this, now take red, and now you don't have to gank here. So like, let's say now Karthus doesn't do this invade, and you do your Raptors, and since he doesn't do this, and now that you have Malphite versus a tank here, now you can do this, into this, into this, and then invade him, or go bot side, without needing to do this awkward up and down.
Yes.
And another good thing about doing this is that you take your Krugs faster, which means they're gonna respawn faster. And by doing that, you actually speed up your snowball.
Yes.
Because by doing Raptors at the start, and then doing red buff and then Krugs, your Krugs spawn a minute after your Raptors. Which is really awkward. But by doing Raptors into Krugs, they spawn only like 30 seconds difference.
Okay.
One thing for settings, I would turn off name tags. It's just useless.
Yes.
Nice backstab. We could have placed this box slightly better, but yeah. Like a little bit closer to the red. Because you shouldn't have to drag the red that much, but yeah.
Yes, you're right. I'm always afraid to
Yeah, of course.
my box.
Yeah, so Udyr shows instantly here, pretty much. And their bot shows late. So it's safe to assume Karthus started bot side. So
I
this is
forgot
good.
to ping it for my laners.
Yeah, one thing that you should try to do when you do this is that some people will ward this, and now you might actually get spotted.
Oh,
so you should try to hug like that.
Okay.
So yeah, Karthus should be done with Krugs right now and walk to Raptors. So you do have time to do Gromp as well.
I didn't. I didn't.
It's pretty bad to run all the way up here and only get blue.
Yes.
So ideally you try to do Gromp here as well. And especially on a champ like Shaco where you have so much escape and mobility, you should try to do that. So I want you to, while you're doing this, like start kiting towards here so that you can finish this as well.
Okay.
Because like I said, he should be like done with Raptors right now and start walking to his wolves.
But I did.
Yeah,
I forgot
good.
I did.
Yeah. So that's good that you did, but now you're doing it a bit late. Because you should be kiting it already towards here.
Okay.
And then your box should start to like go onto the Gromp. See? Like now you should be placing a box already on the Gromp. And you would just speed everything up. But yeah, this is super good. So the only thing that can be bad now about taking this Gromp is that you're leveling it up for Karthus, and he takes it again. So when you now take it, we should see Karthus soon now. He should come any moment. So now you took this from him. So look at the timer. Right? 4:57. Gromp is going to be back up.
Okay.
So ideally, you want to be here at this timer. Okay? That should be like a little mini game that you have. Of course, if you can gank somewhere instead, that's more worth. So hopefully you don't go for Krugs. I would never go my Krugs here. So now we should assume Karthus is in your bot side since he's still not here. While you're waiting like this, practice looking at lanes.
Yes.
So like here, like look at Udyr, look at Zed, like what's happening in mid. Right? Like you said, mid is a very deadly lane. So if you can go mid and just E and ignite the Zed and he dies, that's pretty good.
Oh no, I remember I trolled mid lane so hard at one time. You'll see that.
So now your Raptors spawn. It's pretty big. Another thing is that so Karthus, even with like solo, no leash, should be at his blue at like 250, something like that. Okay?
Okay.
So it's really weird that because when you finish this Gromp, he should be here. Like you should have to queue away here. So that's why, like here, he should show like right now. Like he should come like around now. So when I don't see Karthus here, I know he's doing something fucking random. You know, like he's in my bot side here or something. So I think it's really important here that while you're waiting for this, that you take his wolves. Okay. You should just walk into his wolves right now because you need info. You need to know. Is he just like stupid and he's on wolf and just slow as fuck? Or is he actually in my bot side?
Okay.
Because now you have to assume that he's in your bot side, but you don't actually know.
Yeah, not what I saw, man. I'm not sure.
Because what I want to happen here is that you spend 2 seconds to just peek his wolf camp. If they're up, you take them. If he's on it, you just like run to crab, of course. Or fight him, of course, if you can. You probably can, so you can just do that. So you take them. Add another 2 minutes onto that, right? Go take this, and then either gank top or this. Take Raptors. Take his Gromp and Wolves again, recall.
Okay.
And he's fucked. Make sense?
Yes.
Because now it's really coin flip, whatever you do, because you don't know for sure if he's in your bot side. So you don't really know what's happening. If he is in your bot side, what you can also do here is, instead of waiting here, since he can't take this crab because he's bot side, you can run through mid, use your mid push and your bot push to take bot crab away from him and go back to top crab.
Okay.
Because I think you have really good setup here in early game. And I would do everything that you did, except I would do Gromp a little bit better, like I said, kiting it towards Gromp. But after this, I think you're doing really bad because you're fucking yourself over here. Because if he's taking your entire bot side here, and you're only taking Gromp, it's pretty bad. And his bot lane dying and he still gets bot crab is also pretty bad. Because you're not in a rush to take this top crab. Okay, nice. That's a kill. He flashes for 0 reason.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah, when he runs bot side as well, that identifies even more that Karthus is probably there.
Mm.
This wave is pushing towards your team.
Yeah.
Don't push it.
Yeah, and I pushed it for no reason.
No.
Yes, I fucked up so hard. Yeah, and
Yes.
It has so much
what's
impact.
Yeah, but what's good is that you realize, right? So like, yes, in this game it's bad, right? Of course, it's fucking bad to push, but that you can tell me now that it's bad, it's good. Because then in the next time we won't do this. And
yeah, sure.
We can tell that in the game you were also thinking about it, because if we look, see, you're like, do I push? No, yes, no. See, you're thinking.
Yeah.
So that's good. So like, of course, it's fucking bad that you push, but
and I freeze for
yeah, exactly.
The mid lane. Yeah,
and then we said we'll just freeze, and it's hard for your mid. Because Zed should die here, and then it should just push back to Yasuo, and Yasuo's really happy.
And I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, I would AFK now if I'm Yasuo.
Yeah, I'm so... it was so bad.
So here, this is like what's really bad. Like now, like you enter your bot side, and it should all be gone.
And surprise?
Yeah. So like, sure, right? We can be happy that it's up, but if we did what I said top side, right? We would do a Raptors now, and we would just run here and take his entire top side again, and they would give us more because they have been taken and this hasn't.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you're gonna see now, Gromp is gonna be up right here. See, it's gonna come up now. There we go. And I want you to take that. Because these camps aren't as good. And it's super important on a champ like Shaco as well to do those things, because your champ needs gold and needs EXP. And if you can get early leads like that, then you can go and gank a lot and do a lot of things. And especially versus a champ like Karthus, shutting him down like that is super good. Don't think you can get him. Okay, Leona flashes, then you maybe can.
Yes.
Yeah. One thing that you should practice is that when you are in combat, just use potions anyways.
Yes.
Because you never know here if they will TP or if Karthus will come, and you're gonna reset anyways after, so you're gonna get them back.
This same game later, it killed me.
Yeah.
Not using potion.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what you're doing here. I would just recall. Like, your you can't do anything. So, like, this is why I don't like boots on Shaco. Because, like, it's just pretty useless, I feel like. I would just have a longsword instead. Because, sure, you could say that, but this helps me gank. Yes and no, because if you have longsword, that will help you with damage, and it will also help you with your clear speed. And if you have faster clear speed, that means you're getting to ganks faster, so... I like getting Berserker Greaves fast on Shaco, sure, but they cost a lot. So... See, I wouldn't really care that much about Krugs this game. Just because I had the opportunity to make his jungle mine. And now, since I haven't done Krugs this game, they're like level 1 now, right? So
yeah,
they're pretty... Yeah, they're pretty useless for me. So yeah. Now you're kind of forced to take them because you didn't continue counter jungling Karthus. Being able to just live in his jungle is so big because champs like Nidalee and Graves and Kindred, they can at least like run over this wall and come and try to take yours. Karthus can't. Like, Karthus is so slow. He has to walk all the way around. So he's really fucked if you just kept living in this jungle.
I'm maybe too afraid. Shaco got so much mobility. I should
Yeah,
know
exactly. You have Q, and it's a Karthus. It's not a Talon. Yeah, nice. I would stand here just to kite it down, because I want to Q over here and go red. But yeah, doesn't matter too much. Yeah, he should look to path to his blue though. So what you can do now, you have options. One option is go to his blue and try to kill him. Second one is abuse the fact that he's topside and try to dive bot lane. I think both are fine, so I would check here to see what bot lane is doing to know if I can dive, because if I can't, I'm not gonna go bot. I think enemy mid is maybe basing. So here Karthus is just trolling, but you're not punishing, which is really bad.
Yeah, I should have taken his camp.
Yes, because now you only get something if Karthus walks here solo. So like, again, this is really bad.
I'm always like, I have to go to fight, and it's not the good option.
It's not. The fights should come to you, and the fights should happen around you. Right? Like, this, there's no point to try to fix this. This is bad. Look, what did you ping here? You pinged Karthus' bot. Why is he bot? Well, he's not on top crab, right? So, he should be bot. So you ping it. Yes. Which is good. See, here you ping it. So if your bot lane fights, why are you trying to help them? You know it's a bad fight. Look, your mid is in base. So you know there are 4 people there. See?
Yes.
So why do you go bot? If they're fighting 4v2, there's no point. You need to have a winning side in League. So just take this. And then you can go bot after.
Okay.
Because here is so useless. You should take his top side and be level 7. And then once your bot respawns here, then you can go there. Like, why are you running across the map now? To do nothing.
Yeah, I lost so much
We
time,
know they
so
are
much
4v2.
pressure.
Karthus took your blue too, I think, maybe? Yeah, he did. So now he gets his entire top side and you don't get your blue.
Yes.
And this entire bot side is probably even warded because they were in your jungle earlier. It's possible, I don't know. I would sweep it to make sure. Yeah, but I would have started sweeping while I was passing the blues. So Karthus being bot still means his entire top side is up. So he's probably going to go top here. So if you want to gank, you should assume that Karthus isn't here. Because he should go to top here. So I think this is good. Because Karthus should never be here. So this is good. And this gank we could have done anyways. If you did top side and then went bot side, you could have done it anyways. Because this is what I wanted. I wanted you to let your bot lane die. And then when they respawn, then you can look to play for them. Because there's no point to play for them here when it's a 2v4. Because you know already here that your mid laner right now is not going to join the bot play. Enemy mid now is going to push and then stay. And then it's going to roam to the bot play. Because we know Zed doesn't need to base because we pressed tab and we saw he has Dirk and Caulfield. So bot side is losing right now and it's over. So just take his top side.
Nothing to do about that.
Yes. And then after you've taken top side, then you can decide, do I now stay top side and maybe do Herald or dive top lane or something like this? Or do I try to retake bot side? That's up to you. If enemy bot lane bases, I would try to do Herald. If they keep staying like psychopaths, I would probably go bot. Because this is like really, really bad and loses a lot of your lead. Because you have a huge lead over Karthus. Even though he gets a kill there, like, you're so ahead of him. And you will crush him 1v1. It's so annoying when somebody dies to Carphazult and you just get chunked for no reason. Here I would just recall.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, Zed can even kill you here. He's level 9, you're level 7.
Right, yes, I don't know what I was expecting here. I got one shot.
Yeah, of course you do. I mean, that's not surprise. And I mean, I like how you ping this as if he's fed. He hasn't used his gold.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not even fed. Because, like, here, the reason why I want you to reset is because his bot camps should be down. And you have so much gold. And you have no reason to go mid-wave because it's going to be dead before you get there. So I think it's better you just reset, take your top camps, and then go his top side. Again, if you did what I said earlier, because then they would respawn. Because like every game in this level of play, you can always just get 3 quarters. This is your side, this is your side, and this is your side.
Yes.
This is theirs. On repeat, because he's just so fucked. But even if you didn't take a stop side, you should still reset here, because there's nothing to gain. So better to just get Berserker Greaves and a pickaxe or something.
And I'm so afraid to invade. It's such an accomplishment when I do this, and I forgot to do it on repeat. It's so bad.
Yeah. Like now your game is like pretty lost, honestly, if they're good. Because the issue with this is you're wasting so much time. Because if you did what I said, this would be dead, and you would be on your wolves right now. And then you could look for Karthus. Time is so important in jungling.
Okay.
In League in general it is, but especially as jungle and support. You can't like oink and around and waste time. Like here, Karthus is like trolling around in river. So imagine he's trolling around in river and you're actually doing things. You win every game then. But since he trolled, but you also trolled,
yes,
you can't punish. Because now you need to clear up the mess that you could have done 1 minute ago. So now your bot lane is back in lane, Leona has ulti and she's ready to fight, now she just used it, you could have been there. But you're so behind because you wasted time and died randomly.
And that's not gonna stop.
There we go, he should die here. Oof. Close. You should dive him if he stays. Okay. Gonna be a little bit difficult to kill him. Not exactly sure why you want to gank him.
I wanted to...
You have no... You just want to push?
Can reset after that.
Yeah, sure. That I agree with.
And he didn't understand. Was pinging me.
Yeah, I mean, he's stupid. Who cares? Don't even type or ping. Just mute. He's stupid. You're right. This is good. But it's so hard to play for you now because you invaded him early, but right now I have no clue what's going on with his camps. Because like here, it's not good for you to reset. You have full mana, full HP and everything. You have no gold. So right now, ideally, you take his top side or do something. But it's like coin flip, because if I run here now and his jungle is gone, I wasted 30 seconds. So it's so hard because we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I do not have the timer anymore.
Yes. So it's like impossible to really know what's going on, which makes it hard to make decisions now.
And the random bot comes in.
Yes, and like the camps are like all random now. See, Krugs is spawning, but your bot side is up. So it's like really, really all over the place now. Don't think the ult was necessary, but it's fine.
Yeah. I wanted to avoid his spell, but it was useless.
Yeah, it's useless. Karthus doing Rift Herald for such a long time, his bot camps are probably up here. Like, your blue being up, and then he done Herald for so long, like his bot camps are probably up here.
Okay.
So it's worth to sweep around and see if you can get some. Because he's probably going to reset and go for his bot camps here. And if he stays top here like he is, then he should lose his camps.
Yeah, I should finish way more often.
Yeah. They got the last Drake, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I don't really mind doing this Drake. But if nobody, like if no teams have gotten Drake, and I have the choice to get his entire bot side or get Drake, I would take his bot side.
Okay.
But this Drake is not to get yourself soul, this Drake is to deny them soul. Because they have one Drake now, you don't want them to get two, because now they can start to get soul. So, taking this Drake is good, just because you start denying them soul. Because you're not sure if they get this Drake, you're not sure how the game will look, and you don't know if you can deny them the third or the fourth.
Okay.
So, taking this is fine. But if they have 0 right now, and you have 0, like this is the first one, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because then no team is getting soul. Make sense?
Yes.
Because there's so much time spent for like fucking 25 gold. I said hunting you. Said nose. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
But I was thinking he cleared this side of the map with the plant, so I can go in.
Yep. Do you see how his entire bot side is up?
Yeah.
Krugs and red and everything, like it's all up. You could have taken his Krugs and Raptors 1 minute ago. So it's just important that, especially on champs like Shaco, like I understand on Fiddle that you might not do it because you don't have the same escapes, you're not as fast. But on Shaco, you're super fast moving around, you have your Q. It's important to, like, when you're like here, do a little peek into his Raptors just to see what's going on.
Okay.
To try to know what the fuck he's doing, because it's like really impossible for you to play right now. Because like here, I'm guessing his bot side is up. It's kind of, I guess, like I'm like 80% sure. Just because it takes him quite a while to do Herald, and we haven't really seen him for a while. So I assume that his bot camps are up or spawning. So taking this crab is fine. But then after that, I would go for his bot camps.
Invade, okay.
Especially because I have sweeper up. Because my bot camps are not going to go anywhere. So like worst case, I lose 10 seconds of time to walk here to check. Right? But even then, if I do waste those 10 seconds, I'm still sweeping their entire mid lane. Which means I might get some gold from pinks and stuff. So it's not that bad. Another reason why falling behind in terms of gold on Shaco is so sad is because you're buying lethality. And if you don't like get ahead with lethality, it's really hard to play because when like he's level 12 and he has tabbies, your lethality does nothing. Not that it's bad to buy Eclipse, it's fine. I like the Essence Reaver that you're buying too. Have you tried the Gale Force build?
Yeah, I tried. It was really good, especially the dash. But I just mimicked Mad Scientist to switch build, and I'll do that too. Yeah, I died. It was so sad.
I mean, you would die to Karthus ult anyways, so I don't know why you do this. Yes. Because even if Zed doesn't kill you, then Karthus would just ult. So, because Karthus has ult right now, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's just useless.
Like 5 seconds before I eat a creep, so I didn't have him eat and fight.
Yeah, I know. But that's the tabbies, makes it hard. Because I like the issue I have with lethality on Shaco is that his E does magic damage. And E is a lot of your damage, right? So
yes,
I find it really annoying. Because, yeah, see, here's a Shaco Karthus I was talking about. So you would die anyways. But yeah, it's really annoying to buy Dusk Lethality in my opinion because of the E dealing magic damage. So yeah, that's why I like the Gale Force Essence Reaver build. It also, the Gale Force Essence Reaver build makes you deal more damage to minions and camps as well. So your clear speed is a lot better too. Like the Noon Quiver item, you know? It's so OP for clearing camps.
Noon Quiver? What?
Yeah, Noon Quiver.
Oh, yeah, and yeah, I see. That's the one.
Yeah, this one is so good on Shaco.
Yeah, yes.
See? Because it's against monsters too. So jungle camps. Like, this is like perfect. So that's why I really like Gale Force. Not sure how Kraken works with your clone, but yeah, but at least Gale Force was pretty nice, and I think it's probably still better than Eclipse, honestly. I'm not sure why Mad Scientist changed his build. Did he say anything, or?
I asked for... He is buying Essence Reaver first now for her early power spike, stronger early power spike, but I don't know why he switched to Eclipse. I guess it might be the burst, I think.
But the burst from Gale Force is more, because you use the active. So Eclipse would only outburst Gale Force when Gale Force is on cooldown, I guess. Because I felt when I was playing Shaco with Noon Quiver, the clear speed was actually really nice.
Yeah, with Tiamat and that,
yeah,
it was really okay. Yeah, I don't know why my box didn't fear him, but I forgot to pop potion.
Yeah, and you didn't red smite him. And you just stood AFK in his true damage.
Yes.
It did fear him, he just has tenacity.
Okay.
He has Mercfreds and tenacity in runes. Like, you have 1 point W, of course, because you're AD. So your fear is really little. Okay. And he has Mercfreds, and he has tenacity in precision. So, as you can see, it did fear him. See?
Oh, okay, yes.
But it's like he has so much tenacity, so... But yeah, now the game is, like, impossible, because even though, sure, you can say you can come back, they've taken so many turrets, they have ground on the map, so they need to throw so much now for you to actually win. But the game was actually, like, super, super good for you at the start of it. Yes. Like, here, it was really good. Like I said, it was really random that he's not here. It's really, really strange. But you should just go peek his wolves and see what the fuck is going on so you can actually know. Because you're not in a rush. You have 15 seconds till crab, so you see how you're just like oinking here.
Yes, yes.
This time you could have spent taking his wolves. And then you take the crab. Then you can look mid or top. Then you just take your raptors. Then you can do Krugs into his top side again. Reset. GG, well played. Because you can still gank this, doing what I said. If set ints, so that's fine. And then you don't do this. And then the game is really, really good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Game is super good. Because here, if I'm Karthus, I leave this one here, the small one, because I'm not planning on returning, because I can't, I'm Karthus. So I leave one small one for you here, and your Grump is gone, and your blue is gone, and you're really wasting a lot of time. And even though he didn't take it, this is still worse than taking his entire topside and taking his level 2 camps.
Yes.
So yeah, do you have any questions?
On this specific game, not really. I feel really lost when the game comes to 5v5 mid lane as Shaco. I really don't know how to play. I try to push lane, side lane, time to time, to try to invade for camps. But when it's team fight time and 5v5 mid lane time, I'm so lost and I don't know what to do to play better, to be useful at this time. Because I feel like Shaco 5v5 team fights is not really good.
So, like, it really depends on their team comp. I think certain team comps, like Lulu and stuff like that, it's really hard for Shaco to play. But I think that when they have champions, like, let's say here, Katarina, Twitch, Senna, it's not that hard for Shaco to teamfight. right? Like they're relatively squishy. They don't have too much
Squishy,
peel.
yes.
So squishy champs with not much peel, I think, is really fine for Shaco. Like here, Ashe and Zyra is not that hard for you. So it depends on the scenario. If they have like team comp where they have a lot of peel and stuff like this, then you need to create scenarios where they can't 5v5. So you need to look for openings where you can split push, where you can look to fight in jungle, right?
Yes.
And people in silver, they fuck up their timings all the time. Like there's going to be time where you're able to start a split push when enemy is in base. Because the issue about splitting is that if your teammates die while you're split pushing, it's bad, right?
Yes. Yes.
But if, let's say now, enemy team died, right? And you reset. And now you're starting your split push. And then when you're here, about to reach their tier 2, now enemy team respawns. If they go mid, what happens to them? If they go mid as 5, what happens? If you're already here.
They lost so much.
Yeah, you will take their entire base, right?
Yes.
So they have to send someone here. Now, when they send this one guy here, that guy will either have TP or he will not have TP, right? One of this. If he has TP, then it's a bit harder. If he doesn't have TP, maybe it's a cooldown or he just doesn't have it. Then this guy has to walk back to mid at some point. Then you can catch him when he does that. If you can't catch him because it's a tank, well then fight while he is here. Right? If their ADC or somebody goes here or multiple people go here, well, now your team is fine in mid, right? And then you continue pushing. You have them in a trap now. When they start going here, you're just pushing again. Right?
Okay, okay.
So the issue is that if enemy is already 5 in mid, and then you start to split from here, then it's hard. Because now it's like a minute till you're here.
Yes.
So you need to try to set up a scenario where you're already starting your split push, and then they enter mid as 5. So now if your team dies, you're ending the game anyways.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, totally.
So you want to create fog of war, you want to create dangerous places for enemy team, you want to try to make them to split up and stuff. And then they're gonna have to rotate, you know, like, let's say their support is running here, but their ADC is running here. Well, then you can just kill their ADC here, right?
Yes.
You want to force that. You don't want to let them know, okay, Shaco is here, guys, let's just stand in a circle here. Then it's hard for you. So, when you have scenarios like that, where you find it hard to teamfight, you should just review the game again and see, okay, is there a way I could have fought differently? Or could I, like, force them to split up or something? Right?
Yes.
Could I have started splitting? Because you can be really creative with split push on Shaco. You can do really crazy things. Like, you can go between turrets here and start to push and then just queue away, and you can be crazy.
Yeah. And it's fun too.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, yeah. I mean, that's why I play AP Shaco, not AD, because you can be more troll.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, you can be really creative, and that's why Shaco's good.
Yes. I have one last question.
Sure.
If it's about Mark Yettu's announce on Jungle for 11.4.4. I don't know if you might have seen it.
I've seen a little bit about it. I don't know the exact maths. So I don't know what it really means yet. Because, like, I coach teams, right? So I'm mainly focused on 11.2 still. Because they're not even playing on 11.3. So I'm not really too sure about what's gonna happen. But I think it might make counter jungling even more stronger.
Yeah, okay. It was
so yeah, but gonna have to wait and see.
Okay. Since I'm one of your patch fans, I can see that on your Patreon when the patch is up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think Riot's goal with it is just to make sure that champs like Graves and stuff that just AFK clears on repeat, they don't get too strong. So then I think that if you do take enemy jungle too, then they get even more fucked, I think. Because they have less EXP to get. And it's gonna help champs like Xin Zhao and stuff maybe a bit.
Yeah, Holly Gunker maybe.
Yeah. Champs like Shaco should be a bit happy, I think, because Shaco,
we don't like to clear.
yeah, Shaco has to skip a camp usually. So I think for Shaco it's gonna be nice.
Okay.
Like here, you're playing Shaco versus Olaf. So if this was 11.4, I think you should be happy. Shaco.
Yes. Yes. You clear a lot faster than me, yes.
Yes. A lot faster.
Yeah, a lot. Okay. I have
Yeah,
more questions.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions in the future, you can always message me.
Sure. Sure, okay. Do that.
Right, then I'm gonna stop the